Hi, welcome to Storytime for the week of October 11th. This week, I thought we'd make a cute turtle. He's a two-sided turtle, so you have his face and belly on one side, and then you have the shell and all the different shapes of his shell on the other side. If you'd like a turtle craft kit, you can pick it up at the library while supplies last. Please give us a call if you have any questions at 973-538-6161. Our first turtle story is called The Box Turtle. When the little box turtle hatched, his parents noticed something missing. Oh me! Oh my! But they weren't dismayed. They gave him a name and a shell, both of which fit just right. Now remember, Terence, you are so much more than just a shell. Terence's shell kept him dry on the soggiest days, safe from the snoopiest strangers, and on the scariest nights. It was big enough to share. Terence loved his shell. Until one day, "Your shell is weird." Suddenly, Terence's shell seemed too boring, too bizarre, and too big for the little box turtle to bear. So he abandoned it to search for something better. Terence searched high and low until, whoo-wee! His new shell looked sleek. Eek! But it showed too much cheek. The search continued. Ooh la la! He looked classy. He looked sassy. He looked just like Grandma Mildred? He looked for another shell. Oh yeah! He found it. The perfect polka-dotty package. Pop! That was positively petrifying. Terence tried shell. Boom, boom, boom. Boom after shell. Hey, yee! After shell. Buzz, 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 after shell, urg, urg, but nothing fit. This whole solution stunk a lot. That's it. I give up. Here you go. Oh, wow. In that moment, the hermit crab showed what it meant to be a friend. The tiny crustacean was so much more than just a shell, and maybe Terence was too. Terence knew what he had to do. But when he found his old shell, oh no, it had changed. It's okay, we can fix it. Terence patched on soggy days. He toiled on chilly days. The task grew big enough to share. Finally, the shell was finished. It wasn't sleek or sassy. It was far from perfect and definitely weird. But Terence wasn't dismayed because this little box turtle was so much more than his shell. The end. And that was The Box Turtle. Our next book is Hooray for Books. I always like when they say hooray for books. Where is that book? It's my favorite, Turtle said. He searched his entire house, but no book. Where could it be? Turtle wondered. Ah! Maybe I shared it with Zebra. I hope he liked it. I can't wait to read it again. Hooray for books! But Zebra did not have Turtle's books anymore. Why don't you read these two favorites of mine? Said Zebra. They're about unicorns. But Turtle said, I like my book. Maybe you shared it with Owl. Let's go see. Turtle and Zebra cheered, "Hooray for books!" But Owl did not have Turtle's book anymore. "It was a great book, but check out some of mine instead," Owl said. "This one's about eagles." But Turtle said, "I like my book. Maybe you shared it with Giraffe. Let's go check." Turtle and Zebra and Owl cheered, "Hooray for books!" But Giraffe did not have Turtle's book anymore. "I did enjoy it," said Giraffe. "Now how about these? I love this one about roller skating." But Turtle said, "I like my book. Maybe you should share it. Maybe you shared it with Elephant. Let's go get it." They all cheered, "Hooray for books!" "I sure hope we find my favorite," Turtle said. Elephant did not have Turtle's book anymore. "It was a very good story," Elephant said. "Now I can share these with you. Here's one about juggling." But Turtle said, "I like my book. Did you share it with Lion?" "There it is. I see it. There's my favorite." Turtle reached for the very last book on the bottom of Lion's giant pile and yanked hard. "Thank you, Lion." Turtle cheered, "I finally found my favorite. Hooray for books!" Turtle found a place all to himself. It was very quiet. He read his book once, then twice, then 3 times. Then Turtle heard Elephant say, "My book is so funny." Zebra said, "This book is so sad." Owl said, "Giraffe, you should read this story." Lion added, "I bet Turtle would love this one." Turtle came closer. He asked, "Who wants to read my favorite book again? It's about friends. Will you share your favorites with me?" And everyone cheered. "Let's read together." Hooray for Storytime! And that is the book. Hooray for books! This one is a cute one. It's called Gus. This is Gus. Gus is a small yellow gosling who likes to be by himself. Gus sits in a haystack watching a tiny red spider spin a web. Gus stands on a wooden box in the barn. He watches the mice scamper along the beam. Gus waddles to the pond. He pokes his head underwater. Gus quietly watches the turtle scraping in the dirt. Gus watches the turtle slowly slip into the water. Gus scoots to the hole where the turtle was digging. Gus peers down the hole. He gently pokes in the dirt. He sees 3 small eggs. Gus carefully sits on the eggs. He watches the barn mice scurry past. He watches the raindrops. He drowsily watches a snail sneak by the moonlight. Gus quietly sits and watches. Suddenly, Gus feels the eggs move. Gus hops off the eggs. He watches the eggs split open. 3 small green heads peek out of the shell. Gus stares at the tiny turtles. The baby turtles stare at Gus. Gus is a small yellow gosling who likes to be by himself most of the time. Look, the turtles are on his back and on his hat. And that is the story of Gus. Okay, here is our turtle. He has many, many, many pieces. It's all built off of you're going to get a brown shell. And you're also going to get, I think it's 7 green pieces to put on the back. The bigger green piece is for the center. So then on the front, you're going to get arms that are connected to each other. There's going to be 2 legs, a yellow belly, and then you're going to get pink cheeks and some whites of the eyes and blacks of the eyes. And then when you put it all together, you have a cute little turtle. Enjoy making your turtle. Bye-bye for now.